Hello and welcome to Daddy Mopa Q&A. Yeah, well, actually, it's not Q&A today, is it?
What is it?
Well, these are not questions you've asked. These are questions we thought we would ask ourselves and answer for you based
I
on the...
didn't know that. I thought you got questions.
No, because they've been asking questions over the last few months. We answered some and time has passed
Oh,
and
okay.
I just thought the few comments I've seen, it's easier to cover it like this. Rather than giving a long speech
All right.
about everything, I thought we'd get some questions
I
that
mean,
would
you like
guide us.
speeches. Oh, she's here. Okay, so I'm trying to see if she falls asleep.
Smells so nice, so pretty, so beautiful.
How would you describe Zuri's personality so far? Go on, Daddy. Daddy
Oh, I
up.
wouldn't say she has a personality, but
Oh,
if I
you
had to
comment
describe,
on it on every single day.
I mean, she's a baby and they'll change. She's a baby and they'll change all the time. But so far, I wouldn't say it's a personality, but I've seen attributes. The first, which we were shown at right after birth, when the nurses and midwives went away, was when she was, unlike Kobe. Kobe was given milk immediately when he was born. Zuri wasn't. Zuri had to wait, what, I don't know, 2 hours before she
Wait,
could.
2 hours?
It was like two
It
hours.
wasn't.
It felt like 2 hours until she
Definitely
got
wasn't
milk.
2 hours.
And when she started crying, she gets frustrated, and there was a cry she did, which was fine. Then there was one time at the hospital she went red. Like she went really red. Like started. I even like had to give her to Sunny, saying, "Is everything okay? Look, she's really red. Like what is going on?" Like if you've watched Incredibles, you remember the baby. The baby goes red when she's really. So what we realized, she'll cry normally, and she has levels. There's normal. There's actually a scream, but I still don't know what the scream does. Occasionally she screams, and I'm just like, what the heck is going on? It's different because Kobe didn't scream. So there's that. Then when she's really the worst one, she goes red. You really know I'm not messing about. Like do something. Like you taking it too far. Like do something. And then there's one where she shakes her bottom of her lip like, oh, oh, and then that's like the second level from a normal cry, and the red going red is the third. So those are the things. So but definitely she doesn't, I feel like she's less chilled than Kobe. Kobe was just like cry whatever. Her, she really like, I don't like this, I'm gonna let you know I don't like this. That's what I feel that I've seen. What about you?
You've covered it. I'll just say she likes drama, like you. So let's just see.
Like me, I don't like drama.
Yes, you do.
I
You
don't
like
like
drama.
I like PG-13 drama.
What does that mean?
Like
What does that
drama that
mean?
where it's innocent. It's like banter. That's the kind of drama I like, banter. Not drama where people are angry or get hurt or insult each other. It's banter drama is what I like.
All right, if you
Yes.
say so. What has surprised you the most about having a newborn again?
I'm not surprised. Are you surprised?
I'm surprised that it's easier than it was the first time.
Nah, don't be fooled. This is how.
No, we were like the first time you're shocked because you're adjusting to having a new child in the house. You're shocked about waking up. You're shocked about breastfeeding. Shocked about lots of things.
Yeah. But
But
this
this
time
time
we
you
were
kind
like,
of know. You kind of know what to do, and then you just get on with it. Especially when you have a toddler running around. So all good. What moments with Zuri have been the most heartwarming so far? I have my one.
You say yours first.
Why?
Okay, you ladies first.
Okay. It was when Kobe came to the hospital to see her for the first time.
Yeah.
You've all seen the video. Are you ready?
Sister, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
We've been talking about it for so long that when she was finally here, I think that was the most heartwarming. And then also seeing her with the grandparents. Yeah, those two.
Yeah.
Is that what you were going to
No,
say?
it wasn't even one. I forgot about that, but now you reminded me.
So what were you going to say?
There was just a moment when we were just sitting at home, and I was on top of chores. I was on top of what I needed to do to help them out. Sandy was on top of what she needed to do. And then there was a time we just like sat, and Kobe, I think I was coming to sit, I can't remember, but you and Kobe and her were on the sofa. It felt like the ending of a movie. You know, in movies when there's a happy ending and then it feels like it's complete. And that's how I felt. Like I think that's the most heartwarming. When I saw Kobe, Zuri, Sandy, everyone's fine, everyone can eat, everyone has a roof over their heads, and then in that moment, how much money you have is not a factor. You just have enough, and this is it, and it's a happy ending. And not that I want to, because I want to see the rest of their lives. I want to see them grow. I want to grow with Sandy. But if I was to die right after that moment, I would be very happy, because it really felt like the end of a movie. You know, like it's done. I've made it. And that is a great feeling. Like to feel like I have made it, you know? Like I've done. And also on top of that, I'd completed projects at work. You remember the ones I was working late and traveling for? It kicked off and it's continued running without me, and everything was just, it's done. I have made it.
Yeah. I
Is,
think you just want to make a movie.
that would be cool, no?
I mean,
That would be cool, huh? But what?
everything was kind of like a movie. I was like, this isn't a movie. This isn't the movies. And it was like a movie.
What? When you say everything was like a movie, what are you talking about?
Everything. The first trimester,
Oh,
second trimester,
yeah.
third trimester, labor.
Yeah, this year
Everything
has
was like a
been
movie.
hard. As
It
in,
wasn't hard. But
no, for me it was.
Okay, but
Maybe not for you. For me, it was hard. It was hard for me. But the thing is,
Drama.
it wasn't hard
sorry, go on.
while sitting down doing nothing. Sometimes you have hard years when you're trying to relax. Like, leave me alone, let me chill. This was a hard year because I was trying to do stuff. At work, daddy mopa, family, looking after she gets pregnant, or we're trying. You know, I was trying to do stuff and life was slapping me while I was trying to do. So it was hard in that way. So I think that's a different hard than if you're just trying to have peace and life comes and disturbs your peace. That's a different kind of hard. So yeah, it was hard in that way, but very fulfilling and successful, I would say. Yeah.
All right.
Yes. But it's just weird, just to add, it's just weird how my most successful years are my hardest years. I thought successful years you'd be floating, like, ooh, oh my God, this is fantastic, I'm winning. But it's like you're struggling. It's hard. You wanna cry and then you win. It's so weird, but that's how it feels. So winning years are very hard. Very hard. Very, very hard. That's all I can say.
Right, let's move on. You're going on a tangent.
Yes, I am.
How has Kobe been adjusting to his role as a big brother?
You can take that one.
No, you have more comments. I think he's fine. He's taken to his role like a duck to water.
Yes.
Yes, does that make sense?
Or
to
a
you?
tiger to water. Sometimes I feel like he needs to chill a bit. Like,
Tiger?
tiger can swim.
But that's not the saying.
Yes, yeah, but I'm making up my own saying.
No.
I'm making up my own saying to prove the point I was going to add. But go on. I'll come back to it.
He's very caring. He likes to help out. He likes to help with nappies. If she's crying, he likes to sing to her.
La 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 la.
Go, oh no, she needs milk or something like that. Yeah, he can be a
Bless
little
you.
bit. He's still learning how to be a bit gentle, but he likes giving her cuddles and kisses. And he's loud like Dad, so you can't really start telling him off. But you do.
I don't tell him off. I tell him to keep his voice down and to stop shouting at the
You
baby.
do tell him off.
I tell him to put his voice down because
Yeah.
you can't go like with babies when you make a sudden "Rah!" Like I'm not gonna shout because she's right here, but when you just suddenly shout, even if it's not loud, they go like this. And Kobe used to do it the most. He was actually worse than
Yeah.
Zuri. But the thing is,
And that was with
that
you.
was in the room. Now Kobe would do it right next to our head, like ah, like I'm like, what are you doing?
I mean, you did that when you were watching football.
No, he would be at a distance. He'll be like here, and I'm there, and I'll be like, go, and then he'll be like, but I wouldn't do it in his ear. Like he'll be hugging her, and then he'll shout and run off, and I'm
Yeah.
like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
stop shouting.
But he wasn't
right?
even doing that yesterday. He
No,
stopped doing that.
but those are the things where I was gonna say my point about like a tiger in water. A tiger is water, but sometimes he needs to learn to handle a kid to know that the kid is not a 4-year-old kid. 4-year-old kids, you push each other and shout and be like, it's like, no, don't do that to the baby.
Yeah,
That's
he's
where I'm
just
like,
excited.
I know,
we're
but-
just teaching him how to be around a baby.
yes, but it's up to us
Yeah.
to draw that line. But if you're just there, oh no, then it's gonna happen for the next 2-3 years.
But that's not talking about his fault. That's more behavior.
But
So
you are asking how he's.
no, the question was, how has Kobe been adjusting to his role as big brother?
That is part of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
he's
I'm giving
still
my feedback.
Yeah, he's learning how to be around a baby. He's never been around a baby constantly.
Yes.
Actually, around other babies, he just doesn't want me to hold them. And then he
Gets
gets
jealous.
on. Yeah, and he gets on with it. He doesn't. He's not as affectionate or caring. But with
With
her,
Zuri, he's. Whoa. Anyway, sorry, I went on a tangent. It's one of the things that it
I
just
don't think
frustrates.
that's a negative.
It's
thing. I
not a
think it's
negative.
just like
He just needs to
learning.
learn to.
But
We
like I
need
said,
no. We need to teach him.
That's what we're doing.
No, I'm rephrasing my wording. I was saying he needs to learn, and I'm like, no. We as parents need to teach him.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Yeah. But apart from that, I know he's a loving and caring brother. He overly loves her that I have to be like easy now, careful. So I'm happy with that,
All that.
but it needs monitoring and overseeing as
He's like every day.
yeah.
Zuri, I'm your big brother. How has your family dynamic changed with Zuri's arrival?
There's a lot of changes. A lot of changes. There's a lot of changes. There's a lot of changes. There's a lot of changes. This house is at times it almost feels like it's a restaurant or a shop. It's become a business. It's like and it's partly my fault. I run it like I've become more like at the moment anyway, intense with the operations. Chores. Okay, gotta do chores, gotta do the garbage disposal, nappies, do the dishes, laundry, make sure this is clean, stay on top of this, do home economics, bills, letters, like operation wise, it's become like a business.
To you.
Because I'm so scared of it happened before Zuri was born where because of work, we started drowning in things that weren't done. Maybe we've cleaned laundry, but we haven't put it away, and now you have a pile of clothes that need to be put away. Then the dishes left till the next morning. Then and then I had letters I hadn't looked at for weeks and months of things I was meant to deal with, like life insurance, home insurance, broadband, my SIM card, things that prices went up and I didn't even know, and I was overpaying on stuff because I just didn't look at it. So having come home and not having work right now, I've turned the house into like my work, where I'm like, right, next task. This is what I need to do today. Boom, 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 boom. Drop off Kobe, get him ready. Right, need to do this, and that, and I do it out of fear of drowning. I don't want to be overwhelmed with chores, dishes, laundry, letters, bills with 2 kids. It's scary. So I'm always trying to stay on top. So from my perspective, that's one of many things I've changed. The second thing is, I think because of that, my patience has reduced, especially with Kobe. There's sometimes we had all the time in the world for him, where he would take long eating and would just be like, ah. He would take long to get ready, be like, ah. You take long to walk into the car to get to the nursery, ah. But because now I've got this task list of things to do, my tolerance for certain things has reduced. So I think my patience for Kobe has also reduced. Like when he takes too long to eat, I'm like, so now I took away the tablet. I'm like, no more tablet at meal times. It's stopping you from eating. So I think those are the main 2 things from me. What about you?
I'll keep it short because I need to change her. Yeah, he's taken more responsibility around the house, bless you, which you seem stressed about.
I'm not stressed. I'm tense. This is how I play.
Tense. I'm more relaxed and chilled. He's more tense for some reason,
I'm
as he said.
that's how I play. That's how I play. When I'm playing football and it's a competitive game, I'm tense. That's how I play. It's not a bad thing. It's just how I am.
Yeah, which is good for me because then I don't have to do much around the house. Anyway, let me go and change her because she's just sitting in poo.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
First week, you'll do more chores, obviously to let me rest. So that was a little bit different. But after that, I thought we were adjusting pretty well with roles and responsibilities, especially when you're off work. So that helps. And I think we've put some boundaries in place in terms of visiting, us going out while we're just trying to navigate. You're kicking it.
Yes, I'm moving it because you're still not centered.
Oh my gosh.
Here we are. That's better.
Still navigating and just like spending time together as a family of 4 before we start exploring the outdoors again. I don't think loads has changed. We're just adjusting to having an extra body in the house. Yeah. Setting a few
a business.
setting a few boundaries with Kobe in terms of how to be around a baby,
But also, I
That's
think
it.
I've gotten slightly. Well, I've also asked you to become slightly stricter with Kobe, no?
yeah, just a little bit. But that's
Dynamics, no?
yeah. But not much has changed. Maybe when she gets older, and then there's 2 toddlers, then there'll be more changes. But let's see. How has this experience been different from when we had Kobe as a newborn?
The experience is there's a lot more things going on. Whereas Kobe, everything was closed. I couldn't even go to certain appointments because of lockdown. You had to go alone, or I would sit in the car. Whereas this time I was going to see things and it was new to me. So I was just walking like, oh, and
Yeah,
I'll
but
be
that's
like,
not,
what's this?
That's before she was. That's before.
Even now, would go into appointments and they wouldn't let me in. You've forgotten.
No, when Kobe was born, the midwife came here 2 times, but the other appointments were on the phone after Kobe was born. There was only one.
I didn't go for injections. The only two I went for, one I sat in the car and one I sat in the waiting room.
That's true,
Yeah.
yeah. The
So
vaccines.
yes. So back
Okay,
to my
fine.
point.
Forgot about those
The
ones.
things.
I'm still on these recent ones.
So
Sorry,
back to my
continue.
point, the experience is different because there are more things going on. In with Kobe there was lockdown and now there isn't. So it's almost new for me because I didn't experience some things, including through the pregnancy, because I wasn't allowed to. So now it was like I was going for things. I was like, oh, and then I kept on asking Sandy, do I need to come for this? How come there's more? Because the first time I just stayed home because I wasn't allowed to, and then now also because of no lockdown, we're more chilled to have people over. Whereas lockdown, it was like you gotta wait for a month until the grandparents have to wait a month until they're clear and haven't had contact with anyone or something like that. Or was it 2 weeks or 7 days? I can't remember. And then now we're just like, yeah, 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 yeah.
No,
Come.
we're not. Yeah.
I am. I told my mom, yeah, 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 when she was like,
Yeah,
when can
but
you come? And they were like,
that's
no, my dad is not
family and
home.
grandparents is fine. Friends, we've been
I
a
think we
bit
are debating about things that are not the point. You're debating about.
no, because we haven't gone. Yeah.
I did. My mom asked me when right after she was born, when will you guys take your time? I was like, yeah, you can come this weekend if you want. The weekend your mom
Yeah.
came, but she was like, no, my dad wasn't there. So
No,
I went, yeah, 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 yeah.
because we've agreed on family, coming grandparents,
Yeah.
siblings,
But the
whoever.
first time we didn't allow them to come
No, but
immediately.
you're saying yeah for friends too.
No, I was just saying my attitude to people visiting. I'm like, yeah, 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 sure. We had a friend visit last minute because they were traveling.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
exception.
yeah, 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 yeah. See, that is me. Like that's how I'm like, yeah, 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 sure.
Yeah. Whereas for me, I'm still breastfeeding. My milk sprays everywhere, and you're like saying, yeah. I'm like, give me time to like get my body regulated
Yeah. What
and
else
stuff. I
is
have to hide in the bedroom to make people feel comfortable, etc. So I'm not yeah with friends yet. Getting there, but we won't wait as long as we did with Kobe for friends to come and visit. Yeah, so we're a bit more relaxed with that.
yeah, more chilled. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. And then we said that obviously everything was new with Kobe. You woken up again. Was new, so we're adjusting. Whereas this time we know what to expect, so it's not so shocking. What's one thing you've appreciated about each other as you have navigated this journey together?
Ladies first.
Um, just how supportive you've been during the pregnancy and you working hard with work and taking over chores. There's like general things I've appreciated about you. Yes.
Thank you. I don't know how single parents do it. I don't know how. Maybe you've got help from grandparents or aunties, uncles, friends, carers. I don't know. I don't know. Because as I'm doing other stuff, Sandy's covering other stuff, especially with the kids, and I'm like, you do it so well. I don't know how one could do it alone, you know? So I've definitely appreciated the teamwork
Yeah.
in a couple first, but then I've appreciated Sandy's patience. Like I said, I think my patience with Kobe has reduced drastically, and you are patient. So at the moment, we've got a good cop, bad cop going on. I'm instilling discipline. I'm telling you, these
Let me
kids
just
like
tell you
discipline.
something. Yeah. Yesterday, I woke up at 3 a.m. because this one introduced the Grinch. So while you're peacefully asleep, I've got to deal with her who wants milk and one child that needs.
Why didn't you wake me up?
He just needed the toilet, and then he said, "Is the Grinch coming?" So I have to be patient with that. I don't know how patient you would have been.
I mean, because I caused it, I have no choice, because I know I caused it.
If this continues, you
Just
need
like
to
the
do
shouting, I
that.
think I'm quite patient. I'm more patient with the shouting than the eating. The eating, I get frustrated. The shouting, I can still talk to him like, Kobe, stop shouting, because I know he's copied me. I know. I'm still not sure that's him naturally. I'm
You know
still
you're a
not
slow
sure.
eater as well.
I'm the story because I'm talking to
Yeah,
people. But
Kobe
he's not
talks.
talking to people, he's watching the iPad.
No. Yet
Yes.
to the last few days and the week before, when he hasn't had the tablet, he's been
Yes,
chatting.
but the whole reason I was
Anyways, let's
frustrated
not
was he
debate
was
about
just
that.
watching things and not eating.
Yeah,
That was
just
the
take
whole.
the tablet
This
away.
new thing of talking is new for us because it was the tablet that was an issue
No,
before.
he was talking before. Even when he wasn't having the tablet, when we go out to eat, he'll talk.
Well, I don't go out with Kobe to eat
Yeah.
a lot, so
So
I don't know
you saw
this.
how when we went out with Alphonse and Veronica, and he was eating, he didn't have anything to
Yes,
watch.
but we already know that around kids and other people he
Anyways,
eats.
you're just impatient about lots of things. So I'm
It's
just
it's
like,
yes, I'm
anyways,
impatient. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not ashamed of
that's
it.
why you're not a teacher.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm a teacher in other ways through practice and practical
Let's move on.
leadership, through doing stuff people can see.
So
And
I've not appreciated the Grinch. Let's go.
and also there's a good side to impatience. Don't just make impatience. Yes, I need to learn to be more patient, but I also have Sandy where I'm playing bad cop, she's playing good cop, right? But my impatience helps me win in some aspects of life.
Okay, let's move on, please.
It does help me
We're going
win.
on a tangent. That's nothing to do with
Yeah,
the
but I just don't want you to. There might be other people out there who are impatient, and I don't want to just slam impatience. Some people want to like
I'm
get
impatient
jobs
for
done.
yeah, I'm impatient for some things as well, like when we have to leave the house, when we have to be somewhere. You know, I can be impatient waiting. You get impatient waiting for me. It's fine to be impatient with some situations, but when you're impatient and then being snappy and then getting angry, it's different.
I, I.
5 minutes later.
To
Saying you haven't
summarize,
actually said.
this is what it is. Here's the difference. The main difference, with me and Sandy. That's why I guess we blend in so well. I am very competitive, and people think I'm intense. You should see me when I'm competing. Like but when I'm competing, a lot of times with work, it's individual, right? Your team not always wants to go somewhere with you. On the pitch, like if the team is not delivering, sometimes I'll do it myself to show, and then people follow because they see me making an effort. But like, there's a ruthlessness to being competitive, and some people don't like it. Some people treat it like impatience, attitude. But people didn't enjoy playing with Michael Jordan, but he won. He won.
Okay, you've made your point.
He
Come
won. So
on.
some people don't like it, but some of us like to win, and that comes with the package. Like to win, sometimes you gotta be.
Okay, can we move on now? Right, what's been the most challenging aspect of the first days at home?
Just asleep.
Yeah, not
I
as bad
yeah.
as with Kobe.
Yeah, but
Just
sometimes you'd rather stay up, have coffee and stay up, but the getting you to enter the sleep and then wake up again.
no. She's cluster feeding at the moment at night, so
It's so
it's a
painful.
bit broken sleep, but
It's
we're okay.
painful. It's painful. It's
It's a
painful.
little bit challenging, but not as shocking
I
as
think you
Kobe.
handle it better than I do, but maybe because you have no choice because you have the milk.
What are you most looking forward to as Zuri grows? You already told me this.
What did I tell you?
You said starting feeding her solid foods.
No, not solids. It
That
was
is
the
solid.
puree stuff.
That's still solid.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. When I think of solid, I think of steak. Yes, I really enjoyed. That was one of, if I look back to say what was the moments I laughed and would look forward to, and would actually, there was a lot of times you saw videos of me doing it, and I thought Sandy was not there, but I actually remembered because sometimes I'd hear her in the background of the video. She was sat on the sofa while I was sat there feeding Kobe, simply because I wanted to do it. I looked forward to it. Bath time, you get bored. This one, it was like, how is he gonna react to this new one? How is he gonna, it was just so exciting. So I really enjoyed that, and I'm looking forward to going through that with her as well. Seeing their expression, like, it's so fun. But when they like something, they eat it. Toddlers, they give us a fuss for no reason because they want an iPad. The kids, they eat. They
You
eat.
keep mentioning the iPad. It's not the iPad.
A few moments later.
You got some for. Stop making the face, please. I can see you.
Can you tell we're a married couple? Debates about everything. You see, the thing about marriage,
Right, you're going on a tangent. Thank you for listening. I want to eat. We've got an appointment in 45 minutes.
the thing about marriage is, with other people, I let a lot of things go, but with your partner, you don't let things go. You want to have the fight. And every single detail. Look at them. Look at them. Oh my gosh. Thank you for listening.
We've got an appointment.